$8 million for
telling you.
Russell's deal.
I don't know what the deal is yet. We'll get into it. Welcome to another awesome week of Talk Interference Sports, baby. How was your week?
Man, my whole family has the dang flu, and I zipped my Frank up in my pants today. So that's about how my week's been going.
Well, I'm so glad you shared that. I love it. I did
that when I was like 10 years old.
I did it when I was almost 30.
If that's not the epitome of an awesome week, I don't know what is.
Right?
F the Sox, Yankees, Astros, all S and A is what Devin says. Man, he's out here swinging for the fences. We haven't even gotten to our intro yet. All right, welcome to another awesome week of Talking Interference Sports. It is April 3rd, episode 32. You had a bad week. You zipped your Frank. I didn't know if you knew, but I'm Nick.
I'm Eric.
And we have our off-screen guy here, Justin. So what's up?
What's up?
We're Talking Interference Sports. We're partnered with the Game Changer Sports Network. So if you're not watching us on GCSN and you're watching us on Twitch or on Talking Interference Sports website, go check out Game Changer Sports Network. Vice versa, go check out Talking Interference Sports and go find us on Twitch, twitch.com or twitch.tv/Rictorshoue, RICTORSHOUE. If you're getting tickets to any kind of sporting event and or concert, go to SeatGeek.com, SeatGeek.com. Get a $20 discount on your purchase of tickets. Use promo code GCSN. Go to Tabby's Coffee in the Everett Library, located obviously in Everett. Tell her Talk Interference Sports sent you. She will hook you up. Shout out to Jeff's Basement. Go check out that podcast. Check out the Seattle Area Podcast Facebook group. Trying to encourage people to start some podcasts of their own.
And what's that other one he has? Jeff's Grill?
Jeff's Kitchen.
Jeff's Kitchen.
Started Jeff's Kitchen.
Yeah,
so.
Haven't seen anything from that yet, but I'm pretty excited. Jeff's a darn good cook.
This dude smokes everything.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly pole.
Dang. I like it. Okay. Dude, we're out here swinging for the fences today.
I don't care.
Today's date is April 3rd. On this date in sports, Mario Lemieux, Canadian hockey player / owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, who led the Penguins to 2 different Stanley Cups on April 3rd, 1988, won the NHL scoring title, stopping Wayne the Great One Gretzky's 7-year-long streak.
Wow.
Impressive as that. And then happy birthday to former Minnesota Viking great Jared Allen. It is his birthday. So happy birthday.
Speaking of the Pittsburgh Penguins, did you see who wears number 58 for Pittsburgh?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Anyway, I just heard the story on the radio this morning. Apparently, whoever that is, there was a kid who has, I don't know, cancer. I forget what kind. And he's like his idol.
Chris Letang.
Yeah, Chris Letang. And he donated $58,000 to this kid's cancer bill or whatever. So,
hey, shout out Chris Letang.
That was a pretty cool story.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. I am rocking our T-shirts that we're working on making. They're prototypes. We're working on getting some out there. So if you're maybe interested in getting a T-shirt, shoot me a message. Bobby said, laughing my butt off. And Devin said, terrible dude. The Sox lose every game. Bad week for them. Dennis, how are you doing? Always glad to have you back.
What's up, Dennis?
So you want to just roll right into some NFL? What you got on your notes today? I got a ton of notes today.
I got rugby and some MLB notes.
All right, let's pop over to some rugby real quick.
All right.
To do what?
So we should start with baseball, but we do rugby.
I think we should knock out some baseball in a little bit. There's a lot to talk about in baseball right now.
Yeah.
So let's pop over with rugby. I think rugby will get finished up pretty quickly. So
All right. You want to do
MLR?
Yeah. You want to do the first one, and then I'll.
Okay, so Rugby United, New York tops the Austin Elite Rugby. Still looking for a win out there in Austin. New York wins 19-11. Toronto Arrow puts up a whopping 64 to Utah's 31. So Toronto Arrow kicked them in the groin. What's up? That was this week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 21. I was like, yeah, they won 64 to
31. Yeah.
And also, that is that set MLR history for both the 64 points and the 14 combined tries.
That's
Are the
insane.
most in MLR history. Which
That's
is
a lot.
Only 2 years, but
That's
still,
a lot.
That's a lot of points.
It's crazy. NOLA Gold lost to the Glendale Raptors. They put up 33. The Glendale Raptors put up 34. This makes things interesting in the top of the standings right there, and I like seeing this.
It does and it doesn't all at the same time.
It also makes a difference that the San Diego Legion beat the Seattle Seawolves in front of a record-setting attendance out there at Starfield.
That actually, to me, is the more surprising and has more playoff implications than the Glendale and NOLA. Simply because NOLA did what they did all year and came back from a deficit.
Right.
And they just didn't happen to come out on top of this one.
Right.
But it was so close.
It was a really close game.
That Glendale also didn't really gain that much in the standings.
Yeah.
I forgot to look up the standings this week.
The standings, I only have the top 5. I got NOLA Gold at 1, Rugby United 2, Glendale Raptors 3, Seattle Seawolves still hanging on at 4, and San Diego Legion at 5.
Did you update that?
Yes, I checked it today.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
By the way, congrats, Devin. Devin had his baby on the 1st, so congratulations on a healthy young little girl.
So you have nothing to complain about, Devin. Even though the Sox are losing.
You having a baby.
Yeah. You know, the greatest thing you could ever do. Also, the Legion played a good game, and they capitalized on almost all of their opportunities to score points in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But not to hang it all on one person, because I don't really enjoy doing that. Seattle's wing, Brock Stoller, had a terrible game, and he did all the kicking.
Oh, man.
And which is unusual for him.
Right.
But he just couldn't make anything.
Yeah, he wasn't making really anything. Besides the Sox, I have kids Devin's age. That's fine. Sorry, I was reading comments. Go ahead.
And that's what really made the difference in that match.
Right.
Was
if they had made some of those kicks, they definitely would have won that. Pulled that one out.
right.
Um,
But I guess that's just, same thing with NOLA. They just didn't happen to come up on top of that one.
any given day.
Yep.
Any given day. So is that the dog?
Mhm.
Okay. So
I like that shit.
you got any more on rugby?
Now, there's nothing national happening for another week or two.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and run into some MLB then.
All right.
Let's knock out some MLB.
Do you want to talk about games, or you want to talk about players?
So I'll just go ahead and start by saying Game Changer Sports writer Eastone81 reported that the Atlanta Braves and Ronald Acuna have agreed to a long-term contract extension that will run through 2026 and contains 2 club options for 2027 and 2028. It may push the deal to 10 years and $124 million. Acuna originally signed for $100,000 for a bonus with Atlanta in 2014, but put up one of the better-aged 20 seasons in recent memory, becoming the 7th player in league history to hit 25 home runs in a season before the age of 21.
a little bit more on that. He signs this contract, which, yes, in terms of a Bryce Harper or whatever, some of these other contracts we've heard about this year, not that impressive. But he's only 21, and he's only played 115 games.
Right. It's impressive.
So for the Braves to just be like, yeah.
That's a commitment.
That is a commitment, and everything that I read about that extension is that Ronald, how did you say his last name?
Acuna? Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that.
I
Acuna.
might have said it wrong. I'm not 100% positive. I think it's Acuna.
Sure. But he wants to be
in Atlanta. Yeah, that's what I read too.
So I think this is really going to be a really good fit. It's just, man, that's a lot of money for a young guy that is he going to turn out? Is he not? I mean,
I don't know. That's
really
a big
know
commitment. That's a really big commitment for the lack of, I'm not saying experience, but amount of time on the field for the organization. So,
but then again, if he does turn out to just be awesome,
dude, $124 million for that long is a good deal for the Braves.
But then, they get an awesome deal and a great player.
Yeah. So we'll see how it turns out. Nick Lombardi from the Game Changer Sports Network says the injury train from the Yankees keeps rolling as Miguel Andujar is placed on IL and possibly out for the season. Andujar is the Yankees' third baseman. Aaron Boone's Yankees manager says he suffered a small labrum tear and that will be treated for the next few weeks. Among the list of injuries for the Pinstripes is Stanton, and he's been put on a 10-day injury list with a left bicep strain. With that injury, the Yankees are now down 3 outfielders, including Aaron Hicks and Jacoby Ellsbury. I'm stumbling over my words today. I'm sure. I'm sure you guys would love that.
You wouldn't? F the Yankees.
Hey, do you know what? The Baltimore Orioles are in first place, baby. No, it's early, but I like looking at that stuff, man.
Well,
it's good. It's good. Good.
That's where we're at right now, so that's what we can talk about. Did you also see ours? Oh God, I forgot to write who down. Oh man, never mind. I'm just gonna glance past that one.
Okay. What else you got?
Well, I got some. I don't know if it's really good news or bad news for Red Sox fans about Dustin Pedroia.
Sounds scary.
Well, I mean, they just won a World Series, so do they really need help at second base, or?
I don't know.
But for the first time in almost a year, he played 9 innings and told Alex Cora that he felt pretty good.
That is good.
So, good for him. So tomorrow he starts what they're calling official minor league rehab. So he's going to play 2 back-to-back games in Class A Greenville, and then have a day off and then play on Sunday.
Okay.
And if all goes well, he could potentially be cleared to play for the Red Sox in their home opener against the Blue Jays.
Hey, I like it. Devin comes out and says, this Tim Beckham dude is legit. Need a solid third baseman, though. The Mariners may have the best record, but they also have the most errors. That's true. Dylan Moore came out and in that 9th inning, dude. I swear, man. The first one, I was like, okay, he's a young kid. He's making some mistakes. The second one came out, I was like, okay, this guy might need to come out. And then the third one, I was screaming obscenities at my TV. So they almost coughed. I don't know about that. I mean, the kid needs to get some reps on the field. He needs to a little bit better fielding. Somebody needs to work with him. but he needs to get on base too. He's not getting on base very well. Yeah, but I think most of these short-term injuries, he's talking about the Yankees. Xander Bogaerts signed an extension with the Sox been with the team since he was 16. That dude needs to retire already, Devin says. Bad news. Make up a position and give him a clipboard. He can be a sunflower seed coach. Okay. Did you give away the Cam Chancellor picture yet? So his family has some flu issues going on right now.
So I haven't been home in a week.
He hasn't been home in a week. So when we get the chance, we'll go ahead and get online and we'll get that photo out ASAP. And we'll make a live video about with all of the names on paper, and we'll do it the same way we did it with the
Where have
bat.
you been staying?
Man, I was stayed at my parents' house, and then I've just been riding couches.
So is what it is.
Well, we had them pick numbers, so we can do that.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah,
we
the
did
numbers.
numbers.
I forgot we did the numbers.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry. We have the number generator. We'll do it online though. You guys will see it live. Sorry about that. It is early, but I'm gonna do first place holder right now for every division.
Yeah, why not?
I mean we're
It's regular season.
yeah.
So.
So just check it.
Yeah, happy birthday, Cam Chancellor.
AL East, Baltimore Orioles are in first. AL Central, Minnesota Twins. Both teams are 4-1. The AL West, Seattle Mariners 7-1. NL East, the New York Mets are 4-1. NL Central, Milwaukee Brewers are 6-1. In the NL West, the LA Dodgers are 4-2. Anything stand out to you crazy this week? Christian Yelich hitting the 4 games straight with a home run. Okay. 4 straight home runs, or 4 games straight with a home run. That was impressive. Jay Bruce also got 3 home runs in 3 games. So that one stood out to me as well.
Yeah.
What else you got?
We already ran through all my notes.
Okay. How about the Mariners kicking butt? Roger says. Yeah, man, they're killing it. Like I said, it's early. I'm really excited for this season. We all talked about how it was going to be a rebuild year, and it doesn't look like, it's early. Injuries can happen. Stuff happens, but it's nothing but excitement right now, and this is the best the Mariners have done ever. And shout out to Ken Griffey Jr. Today, 30 years ago, he made his debut. So, love you, Kenny.
Man, that guy.
The Grifter. Home run leaders Cody Bellinger of the LA Dodgers and Chris Davis of the Oakland Athletics. Both of them have 5 home runs as it stands right now. Arizona Diamondbacks David Peralta leads in hits with 15. Cody Bellinger is also leading the RBI stat with 12. And Matthew Boyd with the Detroit Tigers is leading in the strikeout category with 23. Man, yeah, the Mariners are looking good. I'm really excited. Their run differential has been great. They're putting up runs, and even when they get into a pitching battle, like they did last night, Marco Gonzalez coming out, getting his 3rd win of the season already.
And how about King Felix coming out and looking like old Felix Hernandez?
Yeah, man. I was actually talking to a couple people a little while ago, and they were like, yeah, he gave up some runs and stuff. And I was like, realistically, if you think about it, like last year, he's doing way better. Like if you compared him to his opening start last season, like the dude couldn't get out of the first 2-3 innings without giving up 5, 6, 7 runs. So, yeah, he looks great. A home run in each game. The West Coast road trip is ridiculous for any team. Oh, Devin. Sox don't play opening day until Tuesday. Look at that West Coast trip, man.
You can take it up with the MLB.com because that's where I got that information. So
the Mariners make the playoffs is what Devin asks.
No.
I don't think so either. I think so either.
I think they're still learning. I think they're too young. I think they're going to make too many errors. There's bullpen issues.
There's a lot of back end. So I don't know. I've watched every single game and or listened to it on the radio, and their bullpen struggles at the end of the game. If their starter does not go 6-7 innings, like it's trouble down the stretch.
Well, and that's the closer by committee thing.
It really
coming
is.
back to bite you.
They don't have a rotation yet of, hey, we have this guy slotted for this position, this guy slotted for this position.
And
we've seen 3 different guys to close the game already.
Yeah, and you also saw one of those guys give up 2 scores. 3?
3. I think homeboy gave up a home run, Hunter Strickland, and I think he got hurt on that pitch if he wasn't hurt already.
Not that one, the one that walked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, the guy gave up 3 walks, and then the next guy who came in walked a run in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember the pitcher's names off the top of my head. But, yeah.
It was the Saturday game against the Red Sox.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Guerin. Yeah, I hate his face. That's crazy, Devin. Yeah, the Cubs look seriously rough this year, Bobby says. They don't look good at all. Bad pitching and high walks. Have you guys noticed a lot of bullpens are struggling so far this year? So I really think once we get a little bit more established in the season, we'll be seeing the bullpens pull it together. But this is going to be an issue for the Mariners probably all season long.
Probably. And that's why it's a rebuilding year.
Right.
And, oh, man. Who's the guy that's supposed to be their closer that is hurt right now?
Strickland.
Yeah,
Hunter Strickland. I was not impressed on his first outing. I was not impressed. But It's the beginning of the year. Got some ring rust. Plenty of time to improve. You got any more MLB?
No.
All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and move it over to the NBA because there's just a little bit to talk about there. All right, so of course we have some interesting news coming out of Oklahoma City Thunder. Russell Westbrook usually coming up with nasty stat lines in general, triple doubles left and right. But last night's game he did it again, but matching Wilt Chamberlain as the only player in NBA history to reach or surpass 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists in a single game. Chamberlain set the bar high in 1968 for triple-doubles, putting up 22 points, 25 boards, and 21 dishes against the Pistons. But Russell Westbrook came out last night, and he got 20 points, 20 boards, and 21 dishes himself. Insane. Impressive. And I'm always weary about this guy when it comes to the stat lines because you'll see Oklahoma City's big guys back off from the ball for rebounds to let Russell stat pad a little bit. But still impressive nonetheless. I wish he was a Supersonic. Yeah, drafted by the Supersonics. Bring him back. Bring him back. All right, so, yeah. I went there, dog. I did it.
It's still just depressing.
Sounders, man. The Sounders. Seattle Sounders soccer. MLS, baby.
Tell us about it then.
Well, they're on fire.
I still got a couple things for the NBA, and then we can talk about it. You're good. You're good.
Pause. You paused.
GCSN writer Elizabeth Losoya reports that after 16-year tenure, the general manager Ernie Grunfeld has been fired from the Wizards, and during his tenure, the Wizards made it to the Eastern Conference semifinals 4 times, but never got past the second round. Last year, their highest win-loss record with 49-33, but they never won more than 50 games in a season. He unfortunately made some poor drafting decisions and trading decisions. Last year, John Wall was signed to a 4-year, $169 million extension that starts next season, but Wall suffered a ruptured Achilles tendon this year and had to undergo surgery. I don't even think it was game-related. I think he did it in his bathroom at his house. I think that's what happened. Not 100% positive on that, but
What is it?
Yeah,
with
it
all
wasn't-
these athletic dudes getting random ass serious
Yeah,
injuries.
yeah.
Like,
outside of playing, I'm pretty sure it was outside of playing.
or who was that guy that he was the UFC fighter that separated his shoulder doing the worm after winning a fight?
Oh, I remember that. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah, I don't
really?
know.
You
Yeah.
just had this.
I've seen
you had
guys
a
do
fist
like
fight.
backflips in soccer and break their leg. So like you're being stupid.
Just stop.
The healing process for John Wall is 12 months, so he'll likely be out next season too. Dwight Howard was also given a 2-year contract, but has only been able to play 9 games this season due to back injuries and then a hamstring injury during rehab. The Wizards still have to pay for these contracts and will have to find a way to rebuild their roster. Okay, so the Western Conference playoffs spots are clinched. The Warriors, the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Blazers, the Jazz, the Clippers, Spurs, and Thunder all extend their season. We will be seeing them in the playoffs. The Eastern Conference has 3 spots still left, but the Bucks, Raptors, 76ers, Celtics, Pacers are all in the playoffs. So the 2019 April 13 playoff schedule will be set after, it will start on the 13th, and the playoff matches and schedules will be set on the 10th. So we'll be covering that. I'm going to watch every single game, and I'm going to talk about every single game. We're going to drop some stats and stuff like that. I keep track of the playoffs way more than the regular season, so that's where we'll be at. Tell me about some MLR or MLS.
So the Seattle Sounders are on fire. They got 10 goals in 3 games.
10 goals in 3
which
games.
is
That's a
insane.
lot.
And Morris is his first year back. He was hurt all year last year, and he was on the USA team. And man, it's been crazy. It's their last game was a draw. Fortunately, that's just because Vancouver played all defense. I mean, it was an intense game, but it was kind of boring because the Vancouver wouldn't attack. They just defended. I don't even think they had any shots on goal. I think they had maybe 2. And
That's crazy.
We had like a bunch, like a lot. But it was a good game. But it was a draw. We still got a point, but right now we were first place in the Western Conference. We're second only because
Of the draw?
Yeah, and Los Angeles just played another match, so they're one game up.
Right. Okay.
But I'm pretty confident we're gonna beat the next team because we're on fire. It's crazy.
I would like to try and maybe see if we can't get a couple of those guys that you talk soccer with and have them come talk some Sounders with us sometime.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Devin said, Eric, it's baseball season. Take off that Wilson jersey and throw on your Sox jersey. Finally, an NBA – go ahead.
But every time I put on my Williams jersey,
They
Sox lose. So, although that was last year, so maybe this year I should put it on and I'll win.
Finally, an NBA stat that's insane that someone tied or beat. I agree. Happy birthday, Cam Chancellor. I don't know if it's his birthday, but if it is, happy birthday.
I think it was like
I think it was yesterday.
Oh shit!
Oh my God,
Your
Doug.
cat just bit me.
Holy shit, Doug. That's why you just leave the animals alone.
Yeah, no fun.
Jeez.
Why can't he make the playoffs on all of his Quidditch matches? That's crazy. Elizabeth's, thanks for watching. She was the one that wrote the Grunfeld article. Yeah, and she said that he slipped at home. So, yeah, John Wall ruptured his Achilles tendon at home. So, that sucks. That's rough, man.
Yeah,
It's not a good. That's not a way to have your
Jesus.
season end, man. Well, I'm sure he'll bounce back and be healthy. He'll bounce. John Wall is always a phenomenal basketball player. So, let's move right along. So I got NFL, AAF, and I went.
AAF.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go ahead and just drop this. All right, AAF. The NFL writer Herbie Torp reports AAF suspends all football operations, ending the AAF's inaugural season. They completed 8 weeks and had 2 left of their football season.
Yeah, they
and
just had the playoffs left.
I think they had 2 games. Well, I'm not sure.
No.
I don't know. There's just the playoffs left.
Yeah, they just finished the regular season, and we're about to start the
They
playoffs.
didn't even finish a full season.
And they need
It's brutal.
$20 or $22 million to finish the season.
It's brutal. I got a quote here, and I don't know why I didn't write who it came from. I did in the middle of it. CEO founder Bill Polian stated on Tuesday after the announcement, "I'm extremely disappointed to learn that Tom Dundon has decided to suspend football operations of the AAF." He says, "When Mr. Dundon took over, it was the belief of my co-founder, Charlie Ebersol, and myself that we would finish the season and pay our creditors and make the necessary adjustments to move forward in a manner that made economical sense for all." A league-wide email was sent out, and it stated, "Unfortunately, after careful consideration, the board has decided to suspend operations of the AAF, effective immediately. As a part of this process, we expect to keep a small staff on hand to seek new investment capital and restructure our business. Should those efforts prove successful, we look forward to working with many of you on season 2. As a follow-up to this communication, we will reach out to the personnel who will be involved in that continuation effort." So what are your thoughts on the AAF suspending operations? How do you feel about that?
I'm actually not that surprised. Simply because
Even before you finished the season, I could have seen, because the numbers were going down.
no, I'm not that surprised that, to me, this whole thing, they ran out of money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened. They had a bunch of people. They were like, "Oh, we'll give you this, and whatever." They burned those bridges, ran out of that money, and they're like, "Well, guess we're done."
Guess we're done.
But also, this league seemed to come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It just all of a sudden was like, "Oh, the AAF." You're like, "The AA what?" I knew about the XFL.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And then
It
all
did
of a
pop
sudden
up out of nowhere, but I remember reading a little bit before the NFL season.
Yeah, but by a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Not like if you want.
Well, the XFL put out something like two years in advance. They should have done that with the AAF.
Right. You can't just have subpar football by surprise and then be like,
Right.
watch us instead of the NFL or after the NFL.
Where are those games
and then
gonna air at?
and then continue to have them watch it.
They air on a couple different places. They've aired on a couple of different places. You can find. They actually even had an app where you can watch the games live on the app. Devin said, "Did you see that Curry had bad eyesight and just got new contacts, and he's been one of the best 3-point shooters in the league?" Yeah, so I also did see that. Steph Curry's like squinting when he's shooting, and he got contacts, and now he's just beasting out, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Christina, hi. How's it going? Gary said, "Hi, guys. Also, go Chiefs."
So,
I
Gary,
miss you, man, I haven't seen you in a while, dude. We missed you out here. Go Chiefs, bro. Root for them. Get on it. I like it. Go Chiefs. NFL all the way. Sorry to hear about Gronk quitting. LOL. I like it.
So
That's funny. Yeah.
So glad that guy's gone. He was too good, man.
Yeah. It was definitely an issue.
Good.
Did you see the AAF ever coming back? Honestly, don't.
I don't.
I think the XFL will take over the secondary football
When
league.
is XFL supposed to start?
2020, I believe.
I do too, and I think the XFL has done a little bit more to set themselves up for success. And I think that just like what you were talking about with the AAF being kind of a, for lack of a better term, a AAA system
Yeah.
for the NFL, I think the the XFL can fill that void nicely and also give us reasonably good. It'll give us football.
It'll give us football. Good. I like it. Okay. Good. Okay. Redacted statements. Yeah. So that was going to be my next question: is do you think the XFL will suffer the same fate during their inaugural season? I really don't think so. I don't think so either.
I think I don't know if the XFL is necessarily here to stay.
I don't think it'll do as bad as the AAF. The AAF pretty much just tanked here.
But I mean, we've known about the XFL in this
realm.
This round of the XFL. We've known for a while, so we can prepare for it. We know that it's going to be. I don't necessarily want to say less skilled, but less seen players.
Do you think that
we're going to see the guys who sat on the bench in college play in the XFL?
I can see that. Okay.
And I think it's going to be exciting. Honestly, I'm actually really excited for the XFL.
I am too. I'm excited to see Jim Zorn coach.
And I hope it works out for him because, like you said, it's not a last stop for old players. It could be
another step back
for
in.
New players.
Yeah.
And new exciting players in the NFL, and it could make the NFL more competitive.
I totally agree.
It could
with
make
that.
the NFL better.
Yep. I don't know why the NFL or NFLPA was not down for backing the AAF. Probably just because it was going to cost them money, and players are going to get hurt for prospects, and it's going to hurt other teams in the NFL.
Well, that's why they're not going to go to a minor league system in the NFL.
Right.
And I know I mentioned this, I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago or whatever. When you have a position like a running back, when you only have like 2 to 5 seasons of peak performance,
right?
You're not going to want a running back waste those in
the AAF,
the AAF or the XFL or whatever. You want him right into the NFL.
I totally agree with that. But you could get guys off of like O-lines and have older running backs in the XFL or AAF, guys who are
you could
past their prime but still trying to play.
Yeah, you could take your third down backs
and
be like,
for
hey,
sure.
You still want to make some money?
Yeah.
Here's an option for you.
Right.
Although, how do you go from making potentially millions of dollars to
250,000?
Yeah. Probably not. Probably just retire and be done.
I think so too. So, I mean, rest in peace, AAF. I hope we see you next year, but
I doubt it.
I don't think so. I got some NFL news. You got any NFL news?
Man, other than Russell Wilson declaring that they're going to have a contract agreement by April 15th, or that it's going to be done by April 15th.
Yeah, Bob Cotta came out from the Seattle Times and said Russell Wilson has come out and said he wants a new contract deal by April 15th. And I don't know if it was or else, but I don't think you want to have that statement from Russell Wilson as your quarterback and not get something.
It's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
He's asking for a lot of money. Tom Brady doesn't even make that much. And Tom Brady's like
Tom Brady takes pay cuts because he wants to win championships.
Yeah.
Man,
even Aaron Rodgers is about to be making more. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was a great quarterback. He's still good. It's just Aaron Rodgers makes like $134 million, and now Russell wants to make $138.
I don't know the number.
Nuts,
I didn't look at the number.
It's ridiculous.
With guys like Bobby Wagner and Frank Clark asking for some bucks as well, what do you think the Seahawks will do?
They're gonna offer him like 135.
Russ?
Yeah.
Man, I've actually been preparing for this for the last couple days, and I still don't know what my actual answer is, because I can see both ways. I can see him, putting this timeline out as a
Scare tactic.
Kind of a scare tactic of, hey, I wanted this deal to be done, but they didn't want me.
Right.
But I can also see the side of the coin where they're so close in reaching an agreement that timeline isn't unbelievable.
Right.
Let me look up how much he makes.
And I really don't think that the guys on the Seahawks side
Want to lose Russ?
well, that they want to lose him, but also that they would be so concerned with, no, we're going to get this done on our time frame.
Right. I think
You
they'll
don't
work
call
with him.
shots, we do. That if they're close and he puts us out, I don't see a
way that it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I can see it both ways.
Right.
But as a Seahawks fan, I want to believe that they're that close to an agreement
Right.
that they're like, we can hash this out in a week or two.
Right. So Gary said, what's the news on the Chiefs trading Hill? That has to be fake news. Only thing I've heard is the allegations of the domestic disputes that happened a little while back. I think he's probably just going to receive a suspension, and that's going to be that. I think he's still playing with the Chiefs.
So
Man.
Russell Wilson's four-year contract right now
Mm-hmm.
is $87.6 million. He wants to go up to 138. That's a big jump.
When was that contract signed?
Right, that was right after his
2019.
rookie
I think is the end of it. So
When was it signed?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
2015.
So he's won a Super Bowl and taken them to a second Super Bowl. You don't think he's worth
Not
that?
while under that contract. That was under his rookie contract.
Okay. That's what I was asking when it was signed. So it was on his rookie contract?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why he got
That big
$86 million
extension. Right.
after.
The guy's still worth it, I think.
I don't know.
You want to lose Russell?
And I don't think
The problem is paying everybody else.
he's
He's a playmaker for the team.
but Bobby
He's-
Wagner is 28 years old. I mean,
Russell's only 30,
Fine.
I mean, he's still
and he's probably one of the best players in the NFL.
he's still younger
Yeah.
in a linebacker position. But are you going to sacrifice a franchise quarterback who's 30 for a 28-year-old linebacker?
Yeah. I see that.
Frank Schwab.
As much as I want Bobby Wagner in a Seahawks uniform, push comes to shove, I'm taking Wilson.
Yeah. I'm glad we're keeping KJ right.
Gary, Devin had a baby on the 1st, so I think he's probably dealing with his new infant baby. But I agree with Frank Schwab from the Yahoo Sports reporting. He said there's no reason a new deal shouldn't get done. It will cost the Seahawks a lot, but Wilson is one of the best players in the NFL, and he's only 30. Seattle doesn't want to deal with what happens if Wilson plays out the final year of his contract and does not get paid. Wilson should get paid what he wants, and he wants to be in Seattle. He comes out and says it all the time.
Yeah. The flip side to that coin, though, is that you shell out that much coin and burn up that much of your salary cap.
And then we run into the Joe Flacco situation.
Right.
Not be able to afford
Exactly.
players.
I mean,
They're in
You can
40
have-
players.
you can pay a Tom Brady $200 million or
You're not
whatever,
going to have the
But you-
tools around.
but
to-
you don't have anybody to run the ball. You don't have anybody to protect him so he can throw. Spin a little bit.
I
right?
saw that on the camera. That was nice.
You don't have anything. You have a $200 million quarterback getting sacked every every down.
Because you don't have an O-line.
And then he's going to get injured, and then you're going to have a backup quarterback getting sacked every down. And then you're going to have a third quarterback getting sacked every down. And then you're going to have your corner or whatever your fourth choice in quarterback is.
How many games do you think, what's his name, Giappolo? Is it
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Before he gets hurt again.
Honestly,
I
you
don't know.
what?
I think he might actually go through the whole season without getting hurt.
As much as I don't like the 49ers,
I think Jimmy Garoppolo
simply
is
because they're,
Yeah,
division
the 49ers.
rivals,
Yeah,
I think he's going to do good this year.
I think so
hope
too.
He is.
I think he's going to do
healthy,
great.
Man, that's set. He got hurt playing the Pats or playing with the Pats. And he goes to San Fran and then gets hurt again. I think it was like the same leg.
I think it's just him making a dumb football move that he shouldn't have made.
I think it was when he went to San Francisco. He didn't have any freaking protection.
Yeah.
He will actually, on the play that he got hurt, he went to make a cut to go
Yeah.
out of bounds, and he caught his foot, I think, like in the turf or something, and he dislocated his knee and it tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Like, it was a dumb football move that he made to try and get extra yards, and
then you got-
he shouldn't have done it.
And then you got Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the next guy. He's got hurt twice now in a row.
It just happens, man.
So,
We'll see, though.
yeah,
We'll see.
It's gonna be interesting.
So
Yeah, kind of like it's going to be interesting with Earl Thomas.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about there for the Baltimore Ravens fans out there. I love Earl Thomas. He's definitely one of the most amazing safeties I've ever got to watch.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think
Not
he's a
saying anything
little
away
bit
from his
more
career.
injury prone right now.
Yeah.
Gary says, I have to say about Brady one thing. At least he took less of a salary to use people to protect him. That's what I'm saying. Is you see these guys out here like Frank Clark and Russell Wilson saying, "But I need to get paid." Well, I think we want to win championships. Tom Brady wants to win championships. That's why he takes pay cuts. You can use the argument that Giselle makes more money or makes money, but I mean, realistically, Sierra makes money. She's an
Hella
artist.
money, dude.
She makes hella money.
She's working
Russell
hard.
Wilson does not have an excuse other than I want to get paid.
Yeah,
I don't blame him, but
Yeah, but that's
I don't either.
that's
But
he's
Tom Brady's cut from a different cloth.
But you're also in a position of my health is my career.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tom Brady is obviously interested in the legacy aspect of that because that's why he takes pay cuts. He wants to win championships.
Right.
But everybody else knows, and so does Tom Brady, that you're one misstep away from being
Out forever.
yeah, I was going to say, who's the
Pup-
freaking guy from Alex Smith?
Yep.
Mm.
A leg break or Ricardo Lockett.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true
Oh,
too.
Man, that was so
Yeah.
bad.
Or Ricardo Lockett.
I mean,
or
when Wilson got
even Cam
rolled-
Chancellor.
when Russell Wilson got rolled up by Ndamukong Suh
Yeah.
not last season, but season prior.
That's all it takes.
I mean, his foot being in a slightly different position, and now you're talking about a broken leg or a ripped up knee, and you're done.
Right. That's all it takes, man. That's all it takes.
That Ricardo Lockett one was so bad.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh,
back
man.
picture.
He
That
wrote an
is-
article on that, and it was pretty heavy, dude.
That
He was like talking about like, am I dying in the middle of like the field, like thinking in his head. It was heavy.
Yeah.
well, when he's carted off the field, and people are thinking like, not will he play again, but will he walk again?
Yeah, that's heavy.
If they would have moved his neck just the wrong way, he would have been paralyzed. It
Yeah.
was that bad. That was crazy. He was a good player. That guy was fast.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
he was a
That guy
great player.
Fast.
Alex Smith was a great quarterback. Gary says I agree.
Yeah,
I like
he
Alex
was.
Smith. Yeah.
I'm just saying
I
that.
don't know if he's ever going to play again.
But yeah, you're that one leg break away from never playing again,
Right.
even as a quarterback. I mean, it's happened before, and unfortunately, it will happen again.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got the draft coming up soon. We're rolling around the corner soon. And the Game Changer Sports Network put up a mock draft. It was written by Caleb Duncan. Go read the article. It was pretty interesting. I'm going to put it in the comments here. Boom. Go check that out. Mock draft right there. Put it in the live feed. So that's all I got for NFL. Got some East Coast Hockey League, but I'm just going to skim through it real quick. The Cincinnati Cyclones have a clinching scenario where they have to win over Toledo with an overtime and shootout loss or a shootout loss. The Fort Wayne Comets have a chance to clinch with a win or a shootout or loses in shootout loss. And Kalamazoo wings, they have to win. The people in the north who have clinched are the Cincinnati Cyclones, the Newfoundland Growlers, and the people in the South Division who have clinched are the Cincinnati Cyclones, the Toledo Walleye, and the Mountain Division, the Tulsa Oilers, and the Idaho Steelheads, Utah Grizzlies, and Kansas City Mavericks. So,
Idaho.
Check out the ECL or ECHL. I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
Is that a little recording?
No, it's just another microphone, but it's not plugged in. So all I have left is some NHL stuff. It's not a lot, but I'm just going to be saying all of these teams have extended their season into the playoffs. I'll be going over every game when these playoffs happen. I will be talking about every playoff game, all the stats and everything when the show is on. Playoff season is important for me in the NHL. So people who have locked in the Eastern Conference are the Washington Capitals, New York Islanders, the Tampa Bay Lightning, Boston Bruins, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. In the Western, it is the Winnipeg Jets, the Nashville Predators, the St. Louis Blues, Calgary Flame, San Jose, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights, as well as the Dallas Stars. So the playoffs are almost set. I think the playoffs start on the 10th. So we're getting close.
Nice.
We're getting close.
1 week away.
All right, Gary. Talk to you later. Go Chiefs, bro.
Later, Garrett.
So I don't really have anything else.
You just talk about your first press conference.
Oh yeah. So we actually got media passes to the so I gotta show that over there. Media passes to the AAA team for the Seattle Mariners, the Tacoma Rainiers. So expect news from the Tacoma Rainiers from us. We're going to be covering them. We got all access passes for the entire 2019 season.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you,
Rainiers.
Yeah, thank you, Rainiers. This is
awesome.
The opportunity for us to finally get to go into press conferences and stuff like that. But I got an opportunity yesterday to go to the minor league media day, and we got to sit down and interview players and record just general questions because I didn't know most of these guys. I knew two guys off the top of my head off the Tacoma Rainiers. Justice Sheffield and Braden Bishop. I knew who those guys were, but I didn't know who anybody else were. But I have audio recording that I'm going to edit, and then I'm going to put it up. I put pictures up of how it was over there. But we basically just got to go up to the table and sit down and talk to these guys and ask them whatever we wanted. And it was phenomenal and one of the coolest reporting experiences I've ever had. And I look forward to this season with the Tacoma Rainiers.
Yeah, It's gonna be fun.
I'm super stoked. So you guys should get super stoked because we're going to be talking about some Tacoma Rainiers. I'm excited. I'm stoked.
Oh yeah.
So, especially you guys out there on Twitch, because I might actually bring my phone and go live on Twitch.
I won't. Flip phone live.
Flip phone live. All right, so I think that's really all I got. You want to do some plugs?
I don't have anything.
You don't have anything? Okay. Tabby's Coffee. Go get some coffee. Everett Library. Tell her Talks Interference Sports sent you. SeatGeek.com. Use promo code GCSN. You'll get $20 off your purchase for any tickets that you buy. Dennis, what's up? We're getting T-shirts. We're working on it. This is what the T-shirt looks like on the front and on the back. Looks like this. Kind of see it on everything. Yep. This is what it looks like. We're going to be making some crew necks like that as well. We got crew necks on the way. So if you're interested in some shirts, let us know. We're going to be sending you, Dennis, one because of the bat. So let me know what size you are. And so SeatGeek.com, Tabby's Coffee, Jeff's Basement. Go to Jeff's Basement. Check out his podcast. Jeff's Kitchen. Seattle area Facebook page, Seattle area podcasts. Start your own podcast. We'll support it. I think that's it.
That's all I got.
See you guys next Wednesday.
Go Mariners.
Go Mariners.
Oh yeah, go Mariners.
Boom.